Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DCUO SourceCast. I am, of course, Trex, and alongside me is Super Patriot. Super Patriot.
You still ain't changed the logo.
There you are. There you are. I did change the logo.
No, you did not, sir.
Yes, I did. The logo's changed. The logo looks brilliant. The logo is poppin'. It's hip. It's what it's what kids these days relate to.
No, no, sir, no.
What I think it is a magnificent logo. I mean, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with the logo? I see nothing wrong with it. We are supporting the unicorn trinket, and this is how we have to stand. We have to stand up for it. We have to stand up. Are you mad because you're Twilight Sparkle? I can make you Spike. I can go grab a Spike picture. You can be a dragon.
Because this is the okay.
You want to be a dragon?
No, look. You want to do like a support the unicorn effort, all right? And get a logo of us like riding like freaking like winged unicorns and shit like that, all right?
That sounds gay.
Not this My Little Pony stuff.
Look, it's the closest thing I could get for a unicorn that's still great.
Blah blah blah.
At least you're the unicorn, all right? I mean, you got the horn thing, all right?
No. There's nothing about this that is cool. Okay. There's nothing about this that is DC.
Whoa! Let's stop here, all right? Fluttershy is cool, okay? She is amazing. So use her. No. I am supporting my DCUO heroes, my fellow heroes, the Revengeancers, on their propaganda for their support to get the unicorn trinket. I am in support of the ponies. Unicorns. I'm supporting the unicorns. I just happen to have grabbed My Little Ponies because they're cool. But you gotta admit, that's some badass photoshopping, right?
No, that's horrid.
What? Liar.
It's horrid.
Liar.
It's horrid.
Got long flowing hair finally. I really like it. I can probably change it to pink, but you know, I really like I have long hair now. So, I did this for fun. The agenda. Sorry, Tesseract. That's right. The agenda.
You do this to kiss chicks' asses. That's what you do. All right. Let's get that. Let's get that out there.
Look. I mean, whatever works.
You did that crap just because Brittany was on here last week.
Well, one, it was really funny. And two, yes.
And two, Brittany's pretty.
Well,
your words.
That is my words. I like the ladies. Thank you all so much for joining us onto the SourceCast. For all of you joining in, yes, there are My Little Ponies on the logo. Pretty much, we had fun at the expense that Super Patriot wasn't with us last week. He had a night off. Did you enjoy your night off?
I did. I made the best that I could. Considering my plans fell through on me, but I mean,
that's sad. It's okay. I had a friend of mine asked me if I wanted to go see Insidious Chapter 2 tonight, and I told her I couldn't. I had a podcast, and then she told me what friend she was going to go with, and I just realized I need to turn in my man card because it was two really, really pretty ladies going to see a horror movie, and they wanted me to go. But yet I'm here in my room on the Skype call with a man talking to the internet. I feel my priorities have been shifted. Your silence says you agree.
No. there's very little I can agree with you right now with that crap up there.
Would you like me to change it? Would you like me to change it? I think
I got the whole this because Brittany's on, she's pretty, But I mean, seriously,
I did that. I did this for the fans more because I was pretty happy because I did Photoshop too. Yes, Michael Grid, you told me. You certainly told me. It's even. I mean, it's on the Facebook. It's on the Twitter. My portion's even on the Twitter. I think I should give you this picture, and you can post it on your Twitter. I think your fans would. I really want to the picture of your Super Patriot outfit on the logo. I'm not demasculating him. Demasculinizing? Is that even a word? How's that even a word?
I don't know. This it's just leaving a bad taste in my mouth, sir.
Can you at least be happy I did it for this logo instead of the one down below in the corner that's shaded? Emasculating, that's the word. Demasculinizing. Wow. Michael went all sorts of trippy on that. Alright, but anyways, let's talk about tonight's show. We're going to talk a little bit about FNL that just ended a couple of minutes ago. We're also going to be talking about Game Update 30 that's on the PC test servers. And we also found a couple forum posts that we're going to discuss a little bit, as well as something that deals with the DCUO Olympus Games Part 2. Can we go with Part 2? Can we call it Part 2?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Olympus Games Part 2. Thank you, Charlie Sheen. So anyways, let's go straight into Friday Night Legends. I haven't done that in a while. Alright, so Friday Night Legends. We have Purgatory. That was the PvP League spotlight for tonight, coming from the US PC side. Undefeated the entire night. Undefeated. Pretty cool. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it looked like from what I was able to see, because I was half watching it and half getting a little angry with Meps because he forgot about Olympus.
It feels like you forgot about Olympus.
But no, I did not forget about Olympus, sir. He knew all about it, because we're actually hoping to maybe get Olympus on FNL again with our finals on October 18th. That's when the finals are going to be. So that's what we're hoping to do. He hasn't made any promises about that, but I mean, he knew about that. That's my thing.
He knew.
And, yeah, he knows because I talked to him about that. And so, I mean, we're hoping the finals are going to be on there. But the team registrations, final signups are being taken September 18th. By shits, really? My
bad. I'm a horrible typer. I'm on my keyboard type. I'm on my laptop, and it's hard to type sometimes. Look, I am amazing with computers. My typing skills is horrible.
No, the team final date for team registration is September 18th. And then we are starting up on the September 22nd. It's a lot less, not nearly as busy a schedule as the last one. It's tournament style, double elimination, and all that. 2v2 Legends, 4v4 Legends, and 4v4 bare bones. That's worth no home turf trinkets and no utility belts. So it should be fun. Also, we have here, I started up a discussion because I've had a couple people come to me, to voice some concerns about steel.
This is Friday Night Legends right now, not your Olympus
You
stuff.
asked me about Olympus, though.
I asked, no. We commented. No, we commented that you said Mess forgot, and I said that you forgot because you were typing in chat all about it. And it's like, didn't you just send him an email? We have his email. You sure enough emailed it to him, right?
I've talked to him. No, I didn't send an email. I talked to him on Skype every day, though.
I would email him.
I had not given him an update about. I had not given him an update about Olympus. I will admit that.
I think an update.
No, but the thing was that confused me. The reason why I was talking about Olympus was because I was like, why isn't Purgatory signed up? And then somebody was like, this is PC. I'm like, oh, because Jens was on US PS3 doing Legends during the pre-show.
Oh, he wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I thought it was another PS. That's why I thought it was a PS3.
That's okay.
I thought it was a PS3 event.
That's okay. You're forgiven.
And everything. So.
Now I also have to give it up to people were really mad because Meps told Jens to leave.
I think Jens was back there trolling, and
how was he trolling? He was just back there reading a good book.
Well, because of the book he was reading.
He was reading Justice League. He was reading Volume 1. I honestly thought he was reading Trinity War, but it's still a Justice League title, so.
Well, no, see, if you recall, during one webcast, before we got cross-faction servers, Jens was seen at the beginning of the show, sitting there reading a Suicide Squad comic.
I remember.
So, I'm thinking that was another one of his little trolling hints that he was doing for us.
Okay. So with his trolling hints, time to play a little speculation game. What do you think he was meaning by reading Justice League issue 1, huh?
I think that he's hinting at the league halls, and league halls coming soon.
You think he was hinting at that?
Stewie is the only one that's good at that. All right.
Brian
did a better job than you were just doing. Talking about little league halls right there.
So you think he was talking about that? You think he was talking about league halls? Are you sure? No, I'm sure you were probably talking right. Spittle is good. He is the subtle hinter. I thought, honestly, me being oblivious, I think he was just wanting to read a good book. I honestly thought he was reading Trinity War. That led up to Forever Evil that's going on right now. And so I was hoping he would hurry up and catch up so I could talk to him about Forever Evil. It's amazing.
But yeah, he was sitting back there though. I mean, I don't think he was really reading it. I think he was just like leafing through, looking at the pictures because he had sunglasses on. You know, he's trying to be all cool about it. You know, I don't know. I'm more curious about what they talked about because we completely forgot to mention this. What they talked about with the removal of he said that all this was going away when he was talking about the Pillars of Hades.
In Robinson Park. Yeah.
I'm kind of curious what that means because remember we asked Meps last week about we were talking. I thought he was talking about the new Metropolis and the new Gotham instances that we're going to be getting. Like they're going to be like brand new cities, but it's going to be the same city, but none of the Brainiac stuff's going to be in. Right. Well, that's what they talked about. They told us that at SOE Live when they were talking about the War of the Light. You don't remember that, do you?
A little bit. I do remember a little bit of it. It's just like come and go. My memory's really getting bad at my old age.
But so I mean, they told us that we were going to be getting because honestly I had asked them about why they didn't do a Coast City. Kind of would make sense, right?
Right.
Yeah. But and Loke, I believe it was, told me that it would have taken up too much time and resources to make a whole completely new city. So they're just basically giving us a reskin of Metropolis and Gotham. I'm wondering, and my speculation towards Jens' little trolling, comment about it all going away was about those new cities. But Meps was on the SourceCast that night in the chat there and said, no, it's not about that. So now I'm still curious what that means. Because I've got a lair on one of those pillars. That I had to pay Marks of Triumph for.
That one pillar is just going to stay there. Everything else has changed. Just that one pillar.
Well, it's not just
time to move. Look at that. Time to move.
It's not just that, but there's a mission up there on the villain side. You got to bounce around those pillars, and there's two races up there.
It can easily be moved. It can easily be moved.
I know. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm curious what all is going to be involved with that because I'll tell you what that the flight race for Robinson Park, that master flight race up there is kind of tough, and the acrobatic race, forget about it.
Man, please, I still get choked up every time I'm trying to do. There's like my stomach just. There's a hole in every time I'm doing my speedster races in there. It's just, I'm just going to fall, but it's vertigo just hits me in a video game. So thanks a lot for that. Every time, just like, I'm going to fall. Oh, I fell, and it's just, okay. So, now, with Spittle being in the background and everything, I really have to say, when I didn't look to see he was reading a comic book, I thought he had his nice little shirt on, his sunglasses and shorts. I thought he was tanning with that large light in the back. Thought he was just there to tan doing FNL.
Well, I thought he was like doing a little like John Cruise thing back there, because when they first said or Tom Cruise, when they first said we got a special guest back here, he just looked up with that smile and that nod of his head, and I was like, it was kind of creepy,
Yeah. Now we also had a special guest Spord on the show tonight. It was good to see Spord on.
Yeah, Spord was looking out for me.
He looked out for me too. And what's the guy from Purgatory? What's Kill the Silence? Is that his name? The non-unicorn supporter? No supporting the unicorns, sir? For shame. For shame, sir.
Hey, look, everybody, Meps is in the chat.
Of course.
So time to move. I've got to move that lair. It won't be moved for me. Will it be moved to a location where it's worth the marks of triumph that I paid for it?
It was $12.50. Calm down. Calm down. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're gonna have to go in there and you're gonna pick up the portal and just move it somewhere else. I'm not liking this Trex twerk trinket. I can't even twerk.
I prefer that to a freaking unicorn trinket. I'm telling you that right now. If the SourceCast logo comes back and I see little ponies on it, I'm gonna withdraw support for the unicorn trinket, and I'm gonna start Twex twerk trinket. Trex twerk trinket. Say that fast.
Wow. That's a whole thing right there. So, Friday Night Legends was a pretty solid night of some PvP. Really good to see Purgatory really undefeated, really showing their gall out there. I really wish that they would be able to go into the Olympus Games. I really do. Now, I know PC is struggling a little bit, going back and forth, trying to get tournaments together. I know Daddy-O and Kirkspringer over there from Most Wanted on the villain side, doing the DCUO.
The Community Events Council.
That's right. Community Events Council guys. I think they're doing the dynamic duos next week, I believe, if I heard FNL correctly.
I believe that's correct.
Yeah, so that'll be pretty cool to see. I mean, I was in their tournament last time, and I lost in the second. I won the first round. That's only because the guy didn't show. Please, I was like, wait, I gotta do the second round? Sweet. Let's do this. Lost. Well, I made it to the second round. But hopefully they learn from your past tournament, from their past tournament, how to make this one better. Especially using the scrimmage feature, where if it's going to be the dynamic duo is going to be 2 versus 2, you can easily do 3v3, and the other 2 people just hang in the background and just make sure. Because I think that one of the things that really got us in that last tournament was the fact that people went in, and when they were waiting for the doors to open, they just switched weapons into like a tier 4 weapon or something. They just whooped us.
Really?
Yeah.
That's lame.
Yeah, I mean, we would be sitting there in Centennial Park. We would all spec each other, and we would all be wearing the correct stuff. We go straight into the match. People were saying that, hey, this person's using the wrong weapon, blah, blah, blah. You can't really determine that because, one, we don't have a spectator mode, but we do have scrimmage. Scrimmage, you can easily work it around, where when the doors even open, doesn't matter. It's like before the doors open, inspect each person. 2 people go out there. 2 people can really just fly up into the rafters and just watch from above and do commentating that way. That's the one way that I would see it.
Wasn't there also an accusation of somebody using macros or a glitch?
Yeah.
Or a hack or something?
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what that person was doing, but yeah, there are people calling for that as well. And it was, wow, just, whew. Like, I mean, guys, 1, it's a video game, 2, it's a tournament for fun. I mean, this could easily grow into something bigger and greater if you have the mentality to keep it professional. I mean, that's the only thing I can go with it.
Well, see, I think I talked to Daddy-O too after that, hearing about, everything that happened. And I told him, I was like, if you're going to do a 1v1 thing right there, then 1v1s like that, then the best thing you can do is to just, do it in open world. Find a spot in open world PvE phase and just everybody duels each other.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it. That's the best way, making sure that, for you to officiate it. Everybody's, got the appropriate gear on. Everybody's, you can see if, people are, hacking or whatnot.
Yeah, that would probably be I agree. That would be the best option to do. I mean, even for me, it's we were in 1v1 Batcave. I honestly think that make it just go 1v1 Watchtower. Just call it a day. Just deathmatch it. If you're going to do 2v2, I recommend just... Because I feel that people don't want to play the nodes. I'm really seeing that on the forums, and even on FNLs, like, people don't want to see nodes. Because you can knock someone out, hop on the node, and it's turned into now a race against, oh, I got to knock this person out to get the node, instead of just going out there and fighting.
Not to mention the fact it turns into like a turtle fest, too. Because people run with explosive block tactical mod on their feet. They're just waiting to get a block in on somebody so that they get knocked off the node. And as soon as they get knocked off the node, they're earning points and all that. And it's kind of gimmicky, the node play, unlike Star Labs, even Arkham, Ace Chemicals too is the same way. But even with Arkham, it could be very gimmicky dealing with people using explosive block and everything on their feet. And just knocking people off the nose just so they can get, an extra little bit of a capture on there to win. Can be very frustrating. So, I mean, that's what the vast majority of people that, really like PvP, are really into competitive PvP. They prefer to do freaking team deathmatch. That's why we're using ISIS for Olympus.
Yeah. So, be sure to tune in next week. For FNL. They're going to be having the Dynamic Duo tournament. And I really do think that's actually done by Kursbringer and Odad. We call him Daddy-O, but I think it's Udad. So, be sure to tune in for that next week. Friday nights, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific. That would be... 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. So be sure to check that out. All right. So moving on, and yes, I'm going to use the logo. The logo will be used all night. I will change it next week. I'll change it next week. I'm sorry. 1, I support Unicorn Trinket. 2, I am a big fan of My Little Pony. And 3, it was minimum Photoshop work, but I'm really proud of it. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. I'll take the hate all week. I will. All right. You actually found a couple of forum posts that you want to talk about. Before we actually go into...
Yeah, there were a few.
Yeah, well, we're going to go into some forum posts right now, and then I will be hopping over onto the test server in a little bit so we can actually see what Game Update 30 is going to have in store. Ooh. All right, so what do we have first to talk about?
Well, first up, I came across a post this morning. It was still fairly new when I came across it, with an individual talking about how he was full tier 3, but he only had, I believe it was 36 skill points.
36 skill points.
Yes, and he did not know how to get more.
Yeah, I'm looking at the post now, and I don't see my buddy Decon on here, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm not mad at Decon. He does need a night off sometimes. So, but skill points, yeah. I'm trying to actually understand this. He's tier 3.
I don't know how you get full tier 3 and only have 36. That's my thing.
Yeah, it's kind of rough.
Yeah. I have no idea how you do that. How one does that. Um,
And I will give it up. I will. Hold on, I want to give it up for a conduit in the thread, who gave a very, very simple and very on the point explanation on how to get the feat points according to how your skill points are. So big up to conduit onto the forums for giving that out. He wasn't trolling or anything. He gave exactly the answer that the person really needed to hear to understand how the skill point system works. I'm sorry, I guess I had to say that. Go ahead.
But I mean, I seriously, on average, when I'm leveling up a character, I usually have 36 skill points when I hit level 30. So I don't know what the deal is with how he. Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard to see what feats you need to get, or where you need to go to get them. I mean, yeah, there's the style feats. Okay, I mean, I know some of those are tricky because you need to know where those styles drop at, and stuff. But I seriously, I mean, he just, he actually said in there, it's like occasionally it just pop up, and I don't even know what I did. I'm like, oh, really, really? I mean, and it's just. I mean, that's why I'm hoping, the app that they put out, has something like that in it. When the PS4 comes around, the app that they're putting out on the phone, they're putting out for everybody's phones. I'm really hoping that that has something in it, on, what feats are, how important it is to get these feats, and why you want to get these feats, and how to go about, working on getting these feats. It's just very it's just it's very mind-boggling to me.
I agree. I'm trying to go through this right now because I'm leveling up my celestial character. I'm learning how to do the of course, I played with it on the test server, but I'm trying to level it up so I can learn all the abilities and learn how to have my weapons, which one works and everything. And I'm looking at my skill points, and I'm right now at level 20, and I have 18 skill points. Every race I do, I complete it. I've been knocking out the side missions as well. So, I mean, that's another thing that he has to learn as well, is that with the other side missions, you really need to do those side missions so you can complete the extra quests. You complete the extra feats there. I mean, and this right here, this is where YouTube, this is where guides, this is where the forums, this is where they all play in, where the community is just not the forums. The community is also the fan sites. They're also the YouTube channels.
Right.
People just need to point them in those right directions, and also people just need to remember to be nice and not just and really help a player out. It's like, hey, I can't complete this one boss. Oh, well, here's a link to a channel, and I can show you a walkthrough. That'll be very helpful. Oh, here's an Odyssey guide to help you out. I mean, boom, there it is. So, I mean, people are probably going to go into this post just like, oh, noob, nub, what a beginner. And we're all beginners. We were all beginners at one point. Everyone from beta, they came over they played it, posted on the forums, boom. People who played at launch, boom. Found the forums, they learn as they go. It's all a learning curve. And this player needed a learning curve, and he got it. And I'm really happy that I haven't really seen a negative post about it. So kudos.
Yeah, and that's one thing that always amazes and surprises me on the forums, is when people don't troll. I mean, at the same time, though, I still it still boggles my mind that
Yeah, and stuff at DCUO MMORPG Life, Genius and Evil Genius, completely epic. Love it. Just love them. They're amazing. I love their work. I love their investigations and their briefings. It saves me so much time. So, even all the contributors there as well. Just go for it. Awesome job, guys. Next, what I want to go into is, before we go into the Olympus thing, because the Olympus thing we're going to talk about a little bit as well.
Right.
I want to talk about this thread, because I saw the thread too, and I didn't reply to it because one, it had too many pages, and I read the first two, and I just hit myself on the head with the door. But but it was the DCUO Pay to Win has ruined this game. Yeah. So let me actually, because I don't have Skype open on my laptop, and I forgot to click on it beforehand. So whoopsie. Let me actually see if I can find it again. I don't even know where it is. There's one that's lost its appeal. That was a fun one to read. And we will be talking about the there it is. 12 pages. 12 pages.
Yeah, so, it's gotten kind of ridiculous.
I bet. I think after page 3, it just starts getting really redundant. But I'm trying to. I'm not even sure how I can even summarize this post. I just can't say. Can you even summarize it? Because the OP was really long.
The op was just. I mean, all right, he didn't. All right, one. All right, I kind of agree with him. With what I mean, I agree that.
You're typing. Yes, I agree.
What happened to him? What happened to him was wrong. All right, him getting booted out of that raid, simply because and they were on the last boss. They cleared all the tunnels in wave, right? And then they're on the last boss, which is supposed to be easier right now. I mean, they've patched it because they admit that there was issues with it. But they inspect them after a wipe. The first time they wiped.
That's right. That's right.
Them after the first time they wiped, and they freaking took on said kicked him out because of his gear.
Thank you, Ivy.
Kicked him out because of his gear, and I agree with you. That was absolutely completely ridiculous. It was completely ridiculous. So, but at the same time, though, it was kind of the rest of his post was ridiculous on itself. It was ridiculous on its own.
Yeah.
Just because I mean, pay to win. I mean, how do you pay to win in PvE? Seriously.
How do you pay to win in an MMO?
You either put in the time or you put in the replay badges. Either way, it doesn't matter. You put in the time. Or you put in the replay badges to get your gear up. I mean, he guys straight up says, "I'm a casual player." If you're a casual player, then why are you so worried about how much money other people are spending on replay badges? And then he talks about how he spent like $100 on the game and all that. And somebody pointed out that's a legendary for 10 months.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I do feel for him. Because I'm CR 88. Have I gotten into Nexus or Wave? No. Am I sad? Pfft, no. Not one bit. Oh, Trex hasn't seen the raid yet. Yeah, I don't care. I'll see them when I see them. I'm not in too much in a rush. For my YouTube viewers, I'm sorry. I'll try harder. Trust me, there's much more guides out there than I can probably even do, but I'll still do it probably later on. But anyways, I do feel for him. He was a CR. And his CR didn't meet their requirements. They didn't reach their godlike requirements. Boo to you people. Boo to you.
Yeah.
God forbid there's one wipe and all of a sudden you have to find the blame. I ran FOS.
If you're not having any problems up to that point, seriously, then it was just one of those unlucky things that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those unlucky things that happens. I mean, you can't, be, holding one person accountable for it just because you think his gear isn't good enough.
Now, I want to point out as well that in his post, he does go on about the pay to win, the pay to advance. The pay to advance is what got me. You're looking at a free to play game. You have a lot of stuff that you can do without getting the DLCs. I mean, I'm doing that right now on the PlayStation 3. I'm a free-to-play on the PlayStation 3. I'm seeing how far I can get as a casual player without spending any money, any replay badges, nothing, no DLCs. Seeing how far I can get before I have to purchase a DLC. And then I'm going to find out which DLC I have to have in order to see where I need to be to get my level up, to get ready for higher tier content. The pay to advance is unfair. It's an unfair thing to even try to say. Do I wish that the devs could give out this content without having to be in DLC form? I do. Do I understand why they need to do it? Yeah, this is some large content. This is a lot of work that has to be put into these little DLCs. And yes, they're going to charge people. Yeah, it's $10. Not true. Even right now, I cannot afford $10. Luckily, I'm a legendary subscriber, so I barely made it. But you can easily see that this DLCs, yeah, you're gonna pay for them. I do feel for all my fellow PC players who can't use their station cash. For that whole DLC 8 fiasco that happened a couple of weeks ago, I do feel for you. But this is the direction that they were going to go, and this is how it's going to be. PS3 guys do it. Why can't we? I mean, really, it's the same thing. We can pay cash. We might just have to go through different avenues, but it's going to be done because you guys want it, because you're a consumer. You're going to get it. Now, your in pay-to-play outlook is removed. The community actually has some shred of understanding or common sense. I hope this game dies. I hope this game dies. Honestly, stay away. Literally, for this person, get off the forums. Stop playing the game. Don't come on your YouTube channel. The DCUO, just don't.
Here's the thing though about that guy. That guy's actually replied to that thread. So obviously he's not leaving the game. All right, he's not leaving the game. He's just bitching. He's just bitching, just to bitch. And honestly, for the people who want to rant on the forums,
just no. That's what Facebook is for. You know, that's what Twitter is for. That's what social media is for. Not the forums. The forums are for communities. I don't want to hear some guy rant on about he didn't get to go into a raid. I don't get to go on the raid. Should I go into a raid on the forums now? Do you want to see Trex rants? It's like, I ain't get my piece of blue from Trigon's alert. I ain't get my weapon. I ain't get dual wield. I've seen hand blasters 10 times. I still don't have dual wield. Devs, fix. No. No one wants to read that. Devs don't want. I don't know if the devs want to read it. Probably not, but I don't want to read it. You don't want to read it. Why do these people have to post it? Because it's the internet. I know. It's the internet. I have to go with it. But for this person, for this, DCUO is not pay to win. You can't pay to win in an MMO. PlanetSide 2, people try to throw that argument with me. PlanetSide 2 is pay to win. It's not. It's not. The only way it's pay to win, a game is pay to win, is if you have to use your real money to purchase an item to advance in the game that you cannot get in the game already. If there is a 100+ rifle on the marketplace, but not in the game, probably. You can probably think of it like that. I think that's probably actually a pay to win to me. But it's not. I haven't seen. I think the only game right now that's out that's pay to win and people acknowledge it pay to win is probably Hearthstone from Blizzard. It's a card game. Card game is really can actually be defined as almost pay to win, probably. Like I know. I don't play Hearthstone actually. I've just seen people play it. But you can't pay to win in MMO, people. You just can't. We'll get to the utility belt thing in a moment. I know people want. Actually, we'll talk about it right now because I don't want to talk about this guy anymore. He annoys me.
Yeah.
You sadden me, sir. Hope this game dies. And you know, I said that about SOTOR, but I said that I even apologized to my SOTOR friends about. I was like, guys, I didn't mean to say that. I'm just really mad and upset on how their marketplace is. I do apologize. I'll get better. So, let's talk about this pay-to-win situation with the utility belt from the SOE recruits. First off, Super Patriot, I know you're mad PS3 doesn't have it. I respect that. I understand it. I wish it was there. It may come in the future. We have to give it time. So please don't yell.
It's very frustrating, especially considering the individual who posted a video about it.
I know.
All right, because all right, and I actually don't really I don't have any hate towards this guy, but his attitude on the forums has been really frustrating for me for a while. And surprisingly enough, he's while he doesn't main over on the EU side, he is a member of Odyssey, which really aggravates me to no end too, because I know Odyssey guys aren't exactly all like that. I mean, I'm sure there are people who in Odyssey who have their own opinions about things, but at the same time, I don't think they would share his attitude and the way he talks about US PS3 players. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. Oh man, it's just.
I know. We talked about this before. We talked about it when I made a video announcing it and everything. But and like Ivy Bird says, the PSN really screws the PlayStation 3 players, and I feel that's irresponsible that's responsible because of possibly like the SCEA, because the PlayStation 3 is not SOE. I mean, it's just not. This is an SOE promotion that's going on, and do I wish that SCEA would try and work something out? I really would. Maybe we could see something down the road. I cross my fingers for that, but I do understand the frustration that that the PS3 players do feel. And now this utility belt thing is this is where it comes from. The utility belt comes from the SOE recruitment program that the PC players are able to do right now. It's if you recruit a number of players, and the way how you recruit it is you can send a link, you can send private emails to your friends, to your family, whatever. Send it to players, and they play the game. They sign up, they play the game. You don't really count them as a recruit until they spend at least $10 in the store, meaning that you recruit someone, they buy a DLC, boom, they count as your recruit. And there's different rankings. When you get to rank 25, you get a trinket. It's a very nice trinket that utility belt. I'm sorry, it's a utility belt.
It's
trinket.
The best trinket available to anybody in the game.
It has 4 consumable slots, and I haven't looked at the video, but I guess the stats are pretty nice from what everybody's really yelling about.
It's full wild card. All right, the level 21 is already better than any trinket you can get in the game. Okay. So it's got better stats than I think the 87 one, and it's a level 90. All right, and it's got defense and toughness on it, so you can wear it for you can use it in PvE and PvP. All right. It's just and then of course you've got the God damn it, you've got the 25 reward, which is on top of that. It's a 92 CR. And of course the stats are better for it than the 91 is. The thing that and okay, I understand this program. It's in beta. All right, I understand that the program's in beta. I understand that because of the PSN issues and everything that they can't they haven't been able to do it on the PS3 yet. However, at the same time, I've got to sit here and I got to ask myself, why, if you can't make it available to everybody that plays the game, why make it available at all until you can?
Because this is really, I mean, this is what really hurts, because this is really the first time I've played a game that also has PS3 players this was only the PC, then yay, because this is not the first time I've had a recruitment thing. I do it for tribes and I do it for Smite. I get rewards when I get players and all that stuff. It's simple. I mean, it's really simple just to sign up and hey, play it. If you don't, cool. If you do, yay. But I mean, yeah, it's an incentive for these recruits, and I mean, this is an SOE thing. SOE as a company decided to do this for their PC games, and sadly, SCEA. I mean, I don't know what goes on in the offices, but I mean, literally the SCEA kind of screws itself a little bit, not wanting to be part of the party or whatever. I mean, again, I'm not sure the logistics of how their meetings go, but I mean, this is a PC only thing. Hopefully, we see it down the road for PS3 players. But yeah, this is apparently the best trinket in game. It's not a drop. It's not something you get mailed, really. It's, well, probably get mailed. But it's a item that you get as an incentive for bringing 25 new players to the game. Now, of course, there is the loophole. You, of course, yourself could spend the $250 because it's 25 people times $10. You could spend the $250 yourself and get the trinkets that way. Or, I mean, like I said, I have 4 people playing. I have 2 that accepted. None of them have spent any money. None of them. And I'm just waiting to see what happens. But, I mean, yeah, I mean, $250 for creating 25 fake accounts, it's not going to be widespread. It's not. And I mean, maybe because I am the casual player or anything, but I have a 4-slot. I think it has like 2 wild cards, a trinket, and a consumable. I don't use the other 2 slots. I just don't. I mean, what could really 4 wild card slots really do that 2 really can't? You can hold toys, you can hold trinkets that are probably sharing the same cooldown.
It's more of a. Is it more of the stats?
Okay,
see, it's the stats, but the wild card thing. Okay, the only other DPS belt that people are readily seen, all right, that drops in the game has 3 consumables and a trinket slot. No DPS is going to be using that belt. No DPS is going to use that belt. I mean, there's just no way it's going to happen. It's not happening. It's just not happening.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know there's another belt out there, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it is a bit of a convenience thing too, because I mean, I could swap out, I was like, okay, like, for instance, if I had more wild cards available for tanking, I could, swap it out for, I'd actually be able to put in I'd be able to put in like my mass shadow, or not mass shadow, mass provocation. I'd be able to put in and along with dampening field and a soda and everything, because honestly, the only trinkets that I really use for tanking, I mean, right now I'm forced to use a supply drop for tanking. Supply drop benefits absolutely nobody but myself, and it doesn't nearly give me enough health or power back when I'm tanking Nexus. So to sit there and only make this available, a 4 wildcard belt like this, because there is no, as far as I know, there is no tier 5 4 wildcard belt.
I haven't heard of any.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and even when I signed up for the recruitment, they didn't give really any information on the belts on the actual website. We heard on FNL, we heard in the forums, like, hey, it's going to be two trinkets are going to be 4 wild card slots, and one has stats, the other one has better stats than the other one. So, but I mean, apparently this has become a really big thing just for the trinkets itself, because I mean, should we count this as pay to win? I mean, can you really count it?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, honestly, I think you can't. At least on the PC side, it would be.
Well, I mean, how though? Unless I.
What do you mean how? I mean, you said yourself. You said yourself. If you're willing to pay the $250 to get this trinket, people will do it. People will do it. And I know somebody who does play on the PC side who knows this, and the individual who posted that video flat out stated, he's surprised. He was surprised that that individual has enough people, enough friends that would be willing to, drop money like that for him.
Ugh, that's just too much. That's just too much.
I know it's too much. I know it's too much for me. I know it's too much for you. But for some people out there, especially somebody who is, been advertising himself as like an OP, DPS at everything in the game.
Well,
that's.
Well, I mean, this...
Cold Fusion. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you on that. But when it comes to something like this, all right, don't you see that as a possibility? I mean, it's a recruitment reward, all right. But I mean, and I don't know exactly. I mean, I don't know exactly how it's work. Would somebody have to create like 25 different accounts?
Yes.
And drop $10 on content?
Yes.
All right?
That's exactly how it works.
I think there's people out there that would do it. I think there's people out there that would do it.
I mean, honestly, it would really be those people. I mean, coming from the mass player base of DCUO, dropping that kind of money just for a trinket. People can count this as pay to win, but I really wouldn't put it in the classification tree of pay to win because of the fact that you're not really spending your money unless you're those small amount of individuals who would do it. Now, I mean, the purpose of this was, in fact, to bring more of a player base to DCUO. They're even doing it for the other games as well. And actually, I can probably... Yeah, I'm not going to pull up their stuff. I don't even care. But I mean, PlanetSide 2, both EverQuest games, those are the 4 titles right now that are doing this. Do I want to see actually done for a couple of other games? Yeah, sure. But, I mean, honestly, I'm going in there because I myself, I want this Uncle Sam stuff. I want the furniture. The trinkets for me would be, Would they have, if they would have stats, great. If they didn't, still, whatever. It's a recruitment drive. I honestly just want the recognition that, hey, I got 25 people into the game. Woot woot. That's really all I want. From me. I mean, honestly, I am the casual player. And this is exactly what this recruitment drive is for, is technically for that casual player. It's like, hey, I got a buddy. Come on. Why not? Yeah, I mean, if you want to drop $250 for something virtual, wow. I mean, you can do whatever you want using money. I mean, I know a couple of charities you can go to. I could probably use that. So, it's just a game. But, I mean, what would you... I mean, I think Starry or Ivy, they posted onto the forums saying that get rid of the trinkets, post, like, new auras or something. I mean, would you be suitable with an aura instead of a trinket?
No, honestly, because, I mean, here's the thing. If you honestly do get, 25 people, to start playing the game and dropping money on the game and all that, I think people, you've earned the right, you deserve the, you earned a prize like that. You've earned a prize like that. My issue is, as before, all right, if this guy, actually did, drop the $250 himself just to get that all that stuff for himself, that's whatever. That's whatever. If he did, if he didn't, I don't know. But I think something like that should be available. I mean, it's not like it's something that's not impossible to achieve. If you organize it correctly, amongst your friends, or anything like that. I think it's a good promotion, and I think those prizes are something. The reason why they introduced those 2 trinkets is to make it worth it to that individual to do that recruitment drive on their end. So I don't know. I mean, it's kind of frustrating. Like I said though, my biggest thing is the fact that it's not available for PS3 also. That's my biggest thing. It's always been my biggest thing with these things that SOE does. PC always gets stuff first.
You can't blame SOE. You cannot blame SOE.
I can blame them for their timing. I can blame them for no, seriously, I can't. If they can't get it out at the same time for PC and PS3, then they need to hold off on the PC side of it until they can. That's another thing I've said before.
I mean, again, I feel that the PlayStation 3 players don't really get this, and honestly, I really hate when people bring up, it's like, oh, well, Final Fantasy does it. It's like, pfft, Final Fantasy is completely different on how SOE and how Sony does their stuff. Completely different. But I mean, I can't wait for the time when PSN kind of gets out of whatever it's doing and can try to work together with SOE for game stuff like this. Because I mean, even PlanetSide 2 is heading over there, and now I don't know anything about how PlanetSide 2 Marketplace or how anything is going to be going over there. I mean, they can't use Station Cash. How are they going to do it?
I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I've got no problem with promotions like this. In fact, I think a promotion like this is something that's good for the game and everything like that. But like I said, I mean, they've got to work on the timing. They've got to work on the timing. Because you know what? Honestly, and you and I both know this. There are far more people on the PS3 that play this game than there are on the PC. I'd almost hazard to bet on the fact that there are more people that play on the US PS3 than the other 3 servers combined.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not. I mean, I know where the player base is, but I mean, again, this right here is all backdoor corporate stuff. Can't really do anything about it.
Yeah. The fact that it's a beta too is another smack. The fact that it's a beta too is another smack, because that's why, if it's a beta, that means it's not ready for full release, and that means
no, I mean beta just means that it's testing the waters out. Now
the test server. No, I'm sorry, Kelly Quick Silver right here. Talking about test server PS3. Server PS3 is just absolutely undoable. It's just absolutely undoable. They've said this many times. That's why we don't have a test server on the PS3. It's just completely undoable.
Nah, that's technology stuff right there.
Yeah.
But let's see. That was the trinket there. Let's talk a little bit about your DCUO Olympus Pot Dieu.
Oh yes. Yeah. Well, everybody out there knows has been, following it on Facebook, Twitter, listening to me talk, checking it on the forums or here on the show. The second Olympus event is about ready to get underway. Final team registrations is September 18th. All right, we are starting on September 22nd. All right, there's 4 nights of matches, but you're only going to have one night or one match a night. Depending on the week, you may have 2 matches in a week. All right, we're doing 2v2
Such a slave
legends.
Driver.
Yeah, whatever. 2v2 legends, 4v4 legends, and we are also doing 4v4 arenas. But this time we're doing it bare bones, which means we're doing no utility belts, no home turf trinkets, none of that stuff. So we're changing it up a little bit. Trying to find like a little comfortable area for everybody here. We may break it into 5v5s soon. In a couple, in the next couple of events, after the holidays, maybe we may do a 5v5. I don't know. But matches are all 10 o'clock Eastern. Okay, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. So I mean, everybody's got a set time when they have to be there. You don't have to wait or anything like that. Let's see. What else? Oh, well, I did bring up there was a discussion. Some concerns were brought to me about steel in 2v2s. Oh, just lost one of my group members. Steel in 2v2s, and steel in Legends in general. A lot of people are concerned with the groupings, having steel in those matches at all. So I've brought the discussion because I've only had like a couple of people come to me and say something to me, and they're like, well, this person said the same thing, and this person said the same thing. Well, they haven't said it to me, so I can't just go by what one or two people have said, and make a decision. It's going to sweep an entire event, involving about 40 different players, 50 different players. So what I've done was I've started a post, on the Olympus site and on the official forums, to bring some discussion into it and get some opinions on it. And it's not just a yes or no for steel. It's more of a, should steel be in 2v2? Should steel be excluded completely? Wait, no. Should steel be excluded completely? Should steel be allowed completely? Or should steel only be excluded from 2v2? Because honestly, you and I both know from experience at the SOE Live Legends tournament, steel will melt you down so fast in 2v2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, steel will melt you down so fast in 2v2.
I knew I should have played steel.
But
I knew it.
I know the damage splits though across multiple targets. So maybe in 4v4 is not so bad.
Yeah, steel and Sinestro all day, every day. So, and this is where, when he told me about the post, and this is where I came into it. It's like, well, if you don't really allow steel, could we really allow any marketplace legends? Because there are some players out there who might not have these characters, and they might feel disadvantaged. They might feel like they're in a disadvantage.
And you know what? And honestly, I had discussed this with MEPS before. Back when we were first putting together the original Olympus event, when we first started organizing it, and we talked about excluding Steel and Hal Jordan. And he's like, why? And I'm like, because they're broken. And I told him flat, because they're broken, dude. I mean, they're broken. They're overpowered. Everybody's saying it. Everybody knows it. They're broken, right? And they've introduced some nerfs on both of them since. People are still saying that Steel is overpowered. I haven't been hearing that many complaints about Hal Jordan, except for people who don't know how to fight him. And I guess the same could be said about people. The same could be said, about Steel. Some people just may not know how to fight him. And all that. I've been hearing, comments about how, his shield, lasts for freaking ever, and everything. So I don't know. Like I said, it's tricky. It's tricky. So I've opened it up to discussion, from everybody else involved in the tournament to see how they feel.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to have to agree with Tesseract here. I think excluding all marketplace characters would probably be for the best. There's my 2 cents for it. Because, I have every single Legends character from the marketplace because I'm me, and I don't even play with them all. Sure, I play with Lex Luthor all the time, but that's just it. But for a tournament like this, you have to look at the majority. I feel like you have to look at the majority. And as for the people in this tournament, they might have all of the Legends characters from the marketplace. They might. But God forbid, and you have to have that devil's advocate voice in your head. God forbid you have that one guy goes into the match, loses, or even wins, and just goes, what? I just got whooped up by Steel. I don't even have Steel. This is completely unfair. Once you have that one guy, that one voice that comes in and just says, this is unfair, I don't even have access to these characters, understand them, to even understand how they work, boom. It's done. Future Batman and Future Harley, those are probably the only ones I would allow. Because they play just like the other ones.
That's because they're just reskinned.
Exactly. Exactly. So, I mean, and that's my 2 cents for the story.
And honestly, the only one worth purchasing is future Batman. All right, and that's only for people who did not get the exclusive Batman at launch.
And Arkham Joker. And Arkham Joker. And yeah, those would be the only ones. No, we also have to go into the fact for this as well. Do we also include the DLC characters? Because I mean, we have Cheetah and Donna Troy now. We also have Dr. Fate and Felix Faust, and then we also have the Lanterns and the Kryptonians from DLC 4. Do we not allow those as well? I mean, when you start looking at this stuff, you kind of start whittling down. Yeah, so yes, okay, yeah, you really whittle it down to like the only OP person you have officially now is Bane and Two-Face.
Yeah.
Just gonna see a whole bunch of Robins playing everywhere.
And then what? Then what? We exclude them? Yeah, we just make it an all Harley or all Robin.
There you go.
Robin and Harley are the only two you're allowed to use them.
I have no problem with this because I can play. I think I play a solid Robin. I play a solid Robin.
You know, and the thing is too, man, there are people in this game that will beast you with Robin.
They will. That they will.
It always cracks me up. You know, it's like, you know, people, you know, talking on the, you know, in the Watchtower, you know, looking for Legends partner, no Robins, and I'm like, really? I mean, it's like, I know people have been playing this game since launch that use Robin and like annihilate people.
Yeah, I mean, even people in chat are going with no DLCs and no Marketplace Legends, so maybe for part 3, you can try and do classic markets, or maybe like like an off-season tournament or something where it's just like nothing but the basic Legends characters, no DLCs, no marketplaces, and try and see how it goes. Now, of course, you're going to have the people complain. It's like, I don't play any of them, so I'm not really good at them. It's like, well, we got to be kind of fair to the player base. We have to be fair to those people coming into the tournament maybe for the first time, and yeah, they don't have access to these characters. Everybody can get everybody can get the Harley. Everybody can get the Robin. Everybody can get the Two-Face. Everybody can get them. They're no DLCs, no marketplace. Boom, they're access to you right then and there. So I'm not saying you need to do it, but just overall,
it's a possibility. I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, we maybe in one, you know, we'll do, you know, a launch, you know, tunes only. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe in one we'll do a, you know, Kryptonians only.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a Lanterns only one. Ooh, that sounds like it's something we could do for the War of the Light.
What?
Lanterns only Legends tournament, man.
Well, we don't even know if any Legends are going to be in the DLC yet.
No, listen. I'm talking about, you know, for when, you know, the DLC is going to launch, or just before it launches, we could put together a Legends tournament of nothing but Lanterns only. So you got Kilowog, Sinestro, Amon Sur, Hal Jordan, you know, John Stewart. You know, that actually sounds pretty cool.
Calm down. You people are giving him ideas that he does not need. I'm surprised he even started this whole part 2 so early after his last tournament. You need time off, sir.
I was a bit surprised, you know, and you know that's what I was trying to say too. The partner I've got who's been helping me put this together, and I got trolled into starting this one again. But I mean, I can't, you know, once I started thinking about what to do with it and all that, you know, I got motivated. To do it, and honestly, you know, I mean, if it wasn't for the person I've got helping me out doing these, I probably wouldn't have gotten the first one off the ground, to be honest with you.
Probably very true.
So I owe them a lot of thanks for that. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. We'll see what other events are coming up. I know over the holidays, I know it's going to be after the PS4 launch, because I plan on streaming this on the new Twitch channel I'm going to be starting for my channel. For my YouTube channel. I'm going to be putting together it's just a short, you know, third event for a 1v1 where we're using cash gear only. And that includes face, reins, necks, trinkets, and weapons. No tactical mods, no R&D mods or anything like that. DPS stance. And all that. I'll hash up all the rules and all that before then. But anybody interested around the USPS3, keep an ear out for that too. But in the meantime, all right, if you want to go up against some of the best on USPS3,
Okay.
all right. I'm always specific about this shit. You got to be specific about this shit, you know, because you got people, you know, PC players doing, oh, they ain't the best, you know.
Did you
guys?
You weren't seen in chat for FNL, but there was this guy that's like, this league is lame. I could beat them all the time. You even had people on your channel about that. This is why I don't do PvP videos, guys. Because the guy on your channel, because you keep linking it to us in Skype, just link in the comments is like, come over.
That guy was gold, though. That guy was gold. All right, if everybody doesn't know,
don't say his name.
Comments from other people. You want me to say his name?
No.
Oh. Whatever. Anyways, dude, what's the matter? What's the fun in picking on people, you know, and making fun of people if you don't name them out so other people can't make fun of them too?
We do not promote that kind of attitude towards players.
No, but no. All right, this guy gets on not just my channel, you know, or my videos, but he goes around. He goes up to Smiles, Orbits, mine, Nimbus. I don't know if you made it over to American Hero or not.
He definitely said his name.
I don't know if you made it over to American Hero or not, but he's talking about how, you know, he's beaten everybody on USPC, EUPC, you know, and he wants me. He's giving me, and I guess he you know, presented the same thing to Smile and Orbit as well, giving us 3 months to get tunes on the PS3, or I'm sorry, on the USPC, get them leveled up and geared up, and face him down, so he can beat us. Right now, I checked this guy's, you know, channel out. He's got like, what is it, like 50 subs, maybe, if that. I don't know.
Oh, he actually has a channel.
Oh yeah, he actually has a channel. He's got some videos up of him PvPing. He's an Earth tank.
What does he know about PvP? He's an Earth tank.
Or you said that.
Don't. I'm in that Skype channel. Do not say that.
I am telling Orbit you said that. Somebody tell Orbit. Somebody tweet that to Orbit. Somebody tweet that to Orbit right now. Trexlight said you don't know nothing about PvP because you're an Earth tank.
What? Let me rephrase then. Yeah, I got this. I can't even defend myself. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
But anyways, I mean, he's got like a few videos up there. I mean, obviously, it's the guy's just trying to start beef with, you know, the big YouTube names, you know, me, Smile, and Orbit, and you know, Nimbus, because Nimbus doesn't have a big channel, but his name's well known. But you know, he's just trying to start beef so he can get more subs on his channel.
I'm big.
That's basically why. So I had fun, just, you know, teasing this kid. I had a lot of fun with that. But you see, that's the fun in it, though. I mean, that's where you're missing. I mean, that's where you're missing out in PvP.
Yeah, it's all right. So now that we're, I'm really hoping for brand new success for the Olympus Games Part G. It was really fun hearing you talk about it. Your last go around, and also, really, you should have taken a longer break. But you know, tournament gatherers
well,
and all.
It was either get it done now. You know, the way it got broken down to me, and I agree with it. It was either get one in now, before the holidays hit. You know, and all these seriously, and all these new games came out.
That's true.
That, you know, may pull people away from DCUO for a little while, because I mean, everybody comes back. 90% of people say they quit this game forever. They come back.
We're like Sarah Lee. You're always going to come back.
Yeah. But it was either get it done now, you know, before the holidays, before all the new games came out. Because I mean, you got to look at some of the games come. I mean, GTA 5 is coming out next week. You know,
don't remind me.
Yeah, you know, but everything else is coming out in late October. You know, or in November. So it was get it out now. And get it in, or wait until after the holidays, and we didn't want to wait that long between doing the events. So, and this time out, you know, I mean, it's going to be a lot easier. It's going to be a lot easier to run because, you know, I've got some lessons learned from the last one. I also got, you know, it's a shorter schedule, not really shorter schedule, you know, by week, you know, wise, but I mean, it's not like, you know, people have got 4 matches in a week. You know, you may have, you know, depending on what week it is, you may have 2 matches that week.
Yeah.
And you know, it's, I mean, you know, DLC 8's been out for a while, so, you know, a lot of people have already, you know, gone through most of that content right there. They don't have to do a lot of, you know, feed hunting or anything like that yet, except for some of the grindy ones and, like, you know, those damn imps. But, so, I mean, it's actually a really good time to do a second one. It's a very good time to do a second one. So that's what we're doing. There you go. But anyways, we got Update 3 to talk about, right?
That's right. I'm on the PC test server right now. I'm not really doing anything on the test server. I just really hopped on here and
show my favorite thing. Show me my favorite thing.
Listen to him. He is like a kid in Christmas right now.
You know, I want to see it right now. I want to see it.
You see, okay, so what we're actually showing you right now, and of course, Super Page on the lake, because he's not actually able to see what I'm doing. But what Michael Grizz is doing right now is he's inviting me to a voice channel. The Smexy Trexy. I really want to join that channel. I really want to. But I'm not. Instead, what I'm actually going to do is hit cancel. Go into settings. Go over here to gameplay. And ladies and gentlemen, ignore group. Ignore league. Ignore so much good things. So much good things. I actually don't even see where you can ignore voice chat. Oh, there it is. Ignore chat invites. There it is. Yes, you're definitely. I never knew that the PC had voice channels that you can invite. I never seen it.
That's because PC doesn't use the in-game voice chat at all.
We don't. We really don't. So I'm actually gonna hit ignore chat invitations, and now Michael Grid can start sending me invites. And I really want to see look at there. In your chat box, you're going to see that Evil Grid would like to invite you to a voice channel, Smexy Trexy, but you are currently ignoring chat invitations.
That's awesome. I like that.
It says it in your chat box. I know I actually have the logo in the middle of actually blocking, so to speak. Let me actually move that right now. I'll move that for you guys so you actually see in the chat. There it is in chat right there. Says that you were invited, but this message tells you like, hey, it's not going to happen, bro. It's not going to happen. Let's actually, yeah. Let's try. Shoot, I'll just go ahead and turn everything off. Hold on. Mouse was a little sketchy. Okay.
Quick, spam him, Grid. Spam him before he...
Oh, cute. I'm going to turn everything off. Go ahead. Good. Go ahead, Mike. Spam me. Spam me, bro. That's really weird to say. Oh, it's really weird to even rehear. There is. Invite you to group, but you're currently ignoring group invitations. I'm currently ignoring chat invitations. Definitely. And this is all a test is. Ignoring group invitations. Oh my god, did you hear that? You're ignoring group invitations. Ah, sick. So sick. Well, of course you could still whisper me.
I've got some shout-outs I want to do. Now this has been shown. I got some shout-outs I want to do.
What kind of shout-outs?
I just want to do some... dude, you do shout-outs all the time, all right? It's my turn. All right?
Okay. Even trades. Right. I even ignored trades.
All right. These are my shout-outs I want to do. This is a shout-out to everybody on my ignored list who won't be on there anymore after we get this update.
Holy crap.
12257, Arcanus, Blue Angel 58, Deadeye 28, Deadlock 1234, Demon Boy _ CRS, Flickster, Green Viking, Green Lantern G, Green X Mist,
Do we have this kind of time?
Iced X Tank XX, Icy Hot Lint Liquor. That's what the hell?
Look, you ignored them. I don't know.
Icy Hot Lint Liquor. That's awesome. Kilo for You 26, Krypton's Malice, Miss Megan Martian, Ms. Rican Foxy, Soul Power, Super Hillfigure, T Raw 6, The Night Watcher, The Crimson Marksman T, Voltage Burn, Wormwood, let's see here, X Clowny Lantern X, X Fireblade X, X Shadow Moon X, XX Cowboys XX97, You Died Before Death. You guys are all going to be off my ignored list once update 30 hits. But guess what? I'm just going to snicker at you and tells from now on.
So mean. So mean.
These are the people that have either, I mean, a couple of those are chat spammers that, you know, spam the voice, you know, not you know, invites or anything, but spam chat. Right? Others are people who like spam me group invites and voice channels and have not gotten the hint.
Well, of course. They never get the hint.
So then I joined a group, right, that they invite me to. I joined the voice channel, and then, you know, anybody who's in the group or in the next channel, I put on my ignore list. I'm actually surprised my list isn't a lot longer than that.
Right? A couple of other things as well coming in here. I'm not. Can you actually verify this for me? Because I don't remember show vendor verification option in the gameplay settings. Can you verify that for me?
Gameplay settings.
Yes. Go into your settings and sit on the gameplay tab, and there's a one. For me, it's all the way at the bottom. It says show vendor verification. I just want to make sure that that's not a new thing.
No, that is not on live, sir.
It's not.
It is not. No, the only thing that's on live right now is enable Task Force X, which is always on.
Right.
Enable role optional alerts.
Right.
Which that's going off. And lock PvE/PvP phase for operations.
Oh, that's right. Good thing you actually listed that, because there's something third in this list that says allow placement into instances in progress.
Yes, well, that was another part of the update.
Yes, it is. This is something else. This allows you to say on and off, meaning that if it's on, you will get a message when you queue saying that this instance is in progress. Would you like to join? How cool is that? So,
cool, I think.
Yeah, so most likely everybody's going to be turning this off. So there'll be no instant stuff like that or anything, most likely.
I mean, I can see people like, you know, like for me, like, all right, I only need the last boss in Vengeance. That's only because I need the head codex. Yes, I know it's the one that drops the most. All right, nobody said that in chat. All right, but I need the head codex for the Norseman style, so I complete that and get a feat. So for me, I wouldn't mind queuing into Vengeance instance that's already underway. You know, that maybe they're going into the last boss. You know, that way I don't have to do all the other bosses and everything like that. I wouldn't mind that so much. Now, if I was, you know, gearing up a new tune or a newer tune, or I was, you know, style hunting for specific style drops from certain bosses and whatever alerts or those or whatnot, yeah, that would be something that I would have off. You know, because I'd want to be able to start from the beginning.
Okay. So the show vendor verification, I'm only guessing that this is for those people who have cried so much. It's like, would you like to sell this? You're now going to get... Actually, let me actually test that.
Oh! That may be it.
I think that...
I'm surprised they didn't put that in the notes.
Because I repaired. I just didn't sell anything. Do I even have anything to sell? I have a lot of stuff to sell. A lot of... Yeah, shoot, I'll sell a bow.
A lot of stuff to sell. Your inventory is always a mess.
Shut up. Shush that. Well, I sold something, but I didn't get like a verification message or anything. So that might be something that might not be implemented, so to speak. It might be here, but it might not be implemented yet. I'm going to probably go to the forums about that. if it's not already done. But
yeah,
let me go back.
Yeah, you guys, as always, you guys got any questions on the test server or anything like that, go to the testing and feedback section of the forums and put your questions and your feedback there. Damn it! 'Cause, I mean, what's the point of you getting on the test server if you're not giving them feedback? Michael Grid, I'm looking at you.
Ha.
Sometimes I think the only time Michael Grid gets on the server is whenever you're doing a live stream, so he can get some FaceTime on the camera.
Yeah, sounds about right. Mike says role specific item. Okay, role specific item just got sold, and this one will get sold as well. So I'm not seeing a verification message. So whatever.
Well, now you need to go to the Watchtower though and show them the other awesome.
Well, they're awesome. Well, I gotta do that. Yeah. Well, I really can't actually. I can't go to the Watchtower and show them that because there's nothing really on the marketplace. I've already looked. You there? Soups? Where'd you go? Where'd he... Oh, well. I don't know. He'll probably call me back. I don't know where he went. That's weird. He might have crashed. But I'm here all alone. You there?
I'm here.
I didn't hear you. You were silent.
You hear me now?
Yeah, luckily.
What the hell?
Yeah, but like I was saying, there's the marketplace doesn't really have anything collection-wise, so we really can't really show that. I wish it did.
Well, you don't know that. You don't know that because you know what? People should be. If you guys are testing this stuff out, okay, then there should be people putting stuff on the broker to sell on there to test this out to see if there's stuff on there that you need.
Yeah, but my test character not though.
Huh?
I have to have that collection though. Well, I'm up on the marketplace for. I need it.
You're missing the point.
Fine, let me navigate the
You got
Watchtower.
collections you need to complete, and I'll complete them on your main tune on live.
Please.
Yeah, I know. That's all right. I got my league and all that still, completing out like feats that I cannot believe that they're still working on, that they had not done yet.
Okay. All right, so in the Watchtower, where the heck is the marketplace?
In the Hall of Doom? You remember where the bank area was at?
Found him.
Yeah.
That was
another thing they did. That was another thing they did in the Hall of Doom. They moved the icons on the map for the broker and email to the proper locations for everybody.
Oh, look at there. There are stuff there now. 300 who? I hate you people. Who's gonna put that for 300 cash? What's wrong with you, fool? But this is.
Yeah, buy something that's got it's also on there. Collect it and then see if it comes up when you do the usable by me option.
Oh, let's see. I always go back to all. Guess I'll spend the 300 cash. Oh, hold on. Let me actually get rid of that. Dominance and I don't want the dominance and health mod. Who puts that on there?
Wait.
What the hell? There's only one collection on there.
I saw some things that there were multiples of.
Yeah, they're all mods.
Okay, well then just buy one of the mods and then oh shit.
Right?
What about check the styles or the gear or armor?
Damn it. Let's go with bow. No, nothing in weapons. Armor. Nothing in armor. See, this is exactly why. There's nothing in here.
Alright, so you need
it's like Macy's all over again.
You need to start doing that then. Go in the Wastelands, those collections spawn like all over the place.
Yeah, because no one's there.
Everybody else, you do that too. Put some collections and stuff on the broker, on the test server, and test this stuff out, make sure it's working right.
Sounds like a lot of work. I know it's a lot of work, actually. All right. So, besides that, there... Ooh, actually, I can go into that. Let me go into settings. Go into gameplay. Is it under gameplay? No, it's not under gameplay. Where are you? It's under UI. So, under UI, there should be... I think the last listing in the UI section of the settings should be the marketplace updates, which everyone should have that off. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. But anyways, the combat icons that everyone loves, and you know you love them, you now have the ability to turn them off. You can turn them off during PvE. You can turn them off during PvP. You can show the icons on only yourself, or only on your allies, or only on enemy NPCs, or only enemy players. And you can also have a button that will show on and off crit hit bubbles. So you have an option to have your crit bubbles back, people. Congratulations. I know you guys are all thrilled. I'm sure you are. I didn't really notice the crit bubbles were actually gone. Is that bad of me? That's not bad of me.
That's because you never get any crits.
Ow! What the hell? You got crits, man. So, the other thing that came up into the test service is something, because I'm not a PvPer, so luckily it's all for you. PvP knockout credit will now be awarded to the player who does the most damage, instead of awarding the credit to the player who lands the final blow. Player pet damage will be added into the owner's total damage.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. No more steal killing. Kill stealing.
Yeah, I never really became a big fan of that. Well, I mean, just the terminology, because, I mean, I play MOBAs, and it's like, oh, you stole my kill. I'm sorry, I want to just kill him. I didn't mean to take anything arbitrary away from you. That's just me. Well, I don't care if you want to put... I don't want to go to the marketplace anymore. It's a bad marketplace. And then they also did some changes to the Origin Crisis bot loose changes, alright? Game of Day 30 will introduce a series of new item level 87 and 88 weapons dropping from the bosses in Wave and Nexus to fill in the gaps for availability for weapons, alright? New unattuned weapons have been added to the final bosses of Nexus and Wave raids. With these changes, all 11 weapon types should be represented at item levels 87 and 88. So, happy? Soups? I swear, my Skype is just ruining me today. Oh, Brittany's finally here. Yay, Brittany, yay. Seriously, where is... Skype is really failing me tonight. Well, Brittany, now, you just have to hopefully get, like, the unattuned weapon form, and you'll be able to get it. Yeah, it's Trex virus. I think it's because I've all of a sudden started shutting down my computer on a nightly basis, or during the day when I'm not here. I've been shutting it down, trying to conserve power. Nah, I think it's becoming an issue. I'm actually going to just call him back. That's really weird that this is now occurring. Bad Skype. You there? Soups? Buddy? Wow, I'm really not hearing him at all. Shield doesn't suck. It's just different. So, other than that, a couple of other things. For the bug fixes, they removed the old broker and bank signs from the Hall of Doom. And in Gotham Wastelands, the Wrath Not Taken, imps in the Wrath territory are no longer able to hide their precious Wrath energy under rocks on their defeat. allowing players to gather up that energy after each defeat. So, yay. Well, I'm really actually upset that I'm not hearing Super Patriot, and I don't know why. I would like to get him back because we're about to end the show. I know it's not my speakers. My speakers work. Awkward. Oh, snap. Actually, apparently everything cut off. Huh. I can't hear you, and I think I know why. Huh. Let me actually end this call real fast. Cancel. You there? I know you can hear me. We're not hearing Soups. And I have a bad feeling my sound card just died on me. Because I'm not hearing anything. I'm supposed to be hearing this ding while I'm changing the volume. Oh no. That's a pony virus. Nice, guys. Nice. Let me actually... Ooh, really? Huh. Well, that kind of sucks, because I have no way on fixing this without actually shutting like the whole entire system down. So, well, this is awkward. Super awkward. So, I guess we're gonna end the show. Trex is gonna have to spend money on getting a new video card. Or sound card. This is gonna be great. Great job. Excellent. I can't. There's no editing streams. There's not. So, but we're gonna call it, or I'm gonna call it, because Super Patriot can't really talk. Thanks everyone for joining us. I'm sorry there wasn't like more gameplay for the thing, but apparently I'm kind of glad now because I'm actually getting some bad lag spikes that I've never had before. So now I'm gonna have to definitely take a look at my entire system. So no, Mumble sucks. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Be sure to head over to our I'll actually do Super Patriot Challenge here. You can find Super Patriot over at youtube.com/The Daddy's House. You can also find them on Facebook /The Daddy's House and on Twitter @The Daddy's House. You can find me over at Trexlight or youtube.com/Trexlight. You can also find me on Facebook @Trexlight and also on the Twitter @ThisIsTrex. Yay! Yes, shameless plug. Be sure to head over to DC Universe Online, of course, to sign up for the game. It's free to play. You can also find it on the... Wow. Michael Gray just shows up on the stream, huh? He just does that now, apparently. Once again, thank you all so much for listening. We will see you guys next week, right after Friday Night Legends for the SourceCast. I'm, of course, Trex. Super Patriot would say it. He would say bye, but I'm saying bye. Night, guys.